Inspirational story to many people who are at different points in their lives and they're wanting to do something which might be slightly against the grain of what they've done before. Could be a profession or what they've learned at an educational establishment, but their real desire is to do something else. And I think that's a common theme nowadays. How do you find that you, because did you say, I think we talked, your background is in international economics?
Yes.
This is very fascinating to me. I really adore people who can deal with numbers and financial things. I'm assuming it's financial. Yeah, it's fascinating. How have you used that background in your life? Has it been useful to you?
In a way, it has been useful. And funny you should talk about people liking numbers. So I planned to do straight economics at university. Of course, there was too much maths involved. So I had to divert a little bit to something with less figures. So what I eventually ended up doing was international economics, which was more about policy and ways in which countries pursue different policies for development and for, taking their place in the world and making a better life for their population. So it was more to do with that aspect rather than the mathematics of it. The mathematics wasn't one of the things that I was dying to do.
Yeah, I think that's similar to myself. I did mine in, I did straight economics, and I just found it was too much maths. So then I added the development studies. To water it down.
Can I just add, because you ladies are like, I just go to you, because I did philosophy. So imagine if we all got together talking about economics and philosophy. I think you'd probably need a few glasses of wine and then a sofa to lie down after me. That's fantastic. How do you use, I'm curious how you use any of what you've learned in your professional experience. How have you used that, or your educational experience, I want to say. How have you used that? How do you apply that to transformational coaching? This is very interesting to me.
So the educational part of it, and I was listening to something on YouTube a few days ago. A lot of the things that we do in university, we hardly ever applied in our professional or business lives. And for me, that has sort of been the case to a certain extent. What I have found is that what I have learned in international relations on a practical level, that has been able to inform and to help me shape what I do with coaching. So I have been involved in diplomacy for about 10 years, and about that same time, I've been on my serious learning in the personal empowerment space. And I have had the opportunity to meet women from all over the world. The UK, of course, which is where I am now, women from all over the Caribbean, Africa, the USA, Australia, Asia. And many of these women are successful. Many of them are not. So equal measure. And they are not unsuccessful because of a lack of ability or lack of talent. A lot of the times it's because they lack confidence in themselves. And what that does is that it chips away from your self-worth, because you know that you want more, you know that you can do more and achieve more, but you lack what you need the conviction to make that step. So that is what I have seen that has inspired me to go into coaching, to help people find that voice, or to find or to build that fire or that conviction to take that step. So that what I could tie is what I have seen through my international exposure, and how women, a lot of the times we settle for things that we really know is not good for us. Again, because we do not have that confidence to say no, or to say yes to something else or something bigger, something greater. So it's just to help people to find that voice. And it's not something that I can do, because nobody can do it for you, but it's just sometimes we need somebody on that journey, perhaps to hold our hands if that is what we need, but just somebody who can listen to you, guide you. Sometimes that is what we need to make that shift. So that is what I am, happy to help people to find, if that is where they are in their life, if that is what they want to do. Because some people are comfortable where they are, and that is fine. But if you are not, and you know that there is something else, something different that you want, and if what you are lacking is the confidence or the mindset to, go out and do it, do the action, then that is where coaching is really, really powerful.
What prompted you to want to help other women, and women in particular? Because it's women in particular you help, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
What prompted me, seeing how women who don't take that stand, women who don't embrace that empowerment, the way that it eats up at them. And that's just painful to watch. When you know somebody has potential and they want better, they want different, perhaps not even better, because you could just want something different, and not having the state of mind to go for that different thing. I have seen how it can eat you up. And I mean, I'm a woman, my mother is a strong woman, and she's had to, deal with things, and I wouldn't want somebody to willingly do that. So if you're at that stage where you want to take a step, then I am happy to assist in that journey and to help you on that journey, and we can do it together. So yes, it's just watching people settle and being hurt by settling, because when you settle, you settle, don't you?
Yes, you do, yes.
And so it chips away little by little, sometimes big chunk, but sometimes it's gradual. And it's just watching sometimes a nice, cheerful woman, the smile turns upside down over time. And it just makes you feel small, close yourself off. So I just want to be able to help people find that empowerment so they can break out and just expand themselves. So that is what, the inspiration behind that is.